The Baker of Florence, 1944. The scars of the Arno in Florence, 1944. The city of art and beauty was suffocating under the weight of occupation and fear. The Arno River flowed silently beneath the remaining bridges, and the narrow streets near the Ponte Vecchio were choked with hunger. Johnny Moretti, a baker whose family had worked the same oven for 3 generations, watched his pantry empty. The flour sacks lay limp. The yeast was gone. But he refused to surrender his shop, Il Forno della Speranza, the oven of hope, to the pervasive despair. Every dawn he performed a defiant ritual. He mixed the last handfuls of coarse grain and the dregs of old flour with water, wild herbs foraged from the Tuscan hills, and an abundance of faith. The resulting creation was a tiny, dense roll, no bigger than a child's closed fist, which he baked until its crust was golden brown and fragrant. He called them I pani della pace, the breads of peace. The exchange of humanity. Gianni never sold the rolls, he gave them. He knew that hope needed sustenance more than the body did. He left them for starving neighbors, slipped them into the baskets of elderly women, and quietly delivered them to the few remaining children. Late one bitterly cold night after the curfew had fallen, a sharp, nervous rap came at the back door. Johnny opened it to find a soldier, a young, armed German officer whose eyes held a desperate terror that mirrored the city's own. The boy's uniform was immaculate, but his hands were shaking uncontrollably. The soldier did not ask for bread. He could only stammer a request for water. Gianni stepped back, his expression compassionate but firm. He did not judge the uniform. He reached for his basket and handed the soldier one warm, fragrant bread of peace. "The water is in the pail," Gianni said quietly, his Italian a stark sound in the silent street. "But you do not need water, ragazzo boy. You need to remember what you are. War feeds on hate, but mercy, like bread, feeds on the human soul. Take it." The soldier took the small roll, stared at it, and then at Gianni's face, his facade of military hardness utterly dissolving. He nodded once, a gesture of profound gratitude, and vanished back into the dark. The carved truth: when the Allied forces arrived and the fighting ended, Gianni was hailed as a hero. His tiny shop was said to be the one place in Florence where the light of kindness had never been extinguished. A year later, the soldier returned. He arrived not in the gray uniform, but in civilian clothes, accompanied by his wife and infant daughter. He traveled across a newly fractured Europe simply to place a wooden carving on Gianni's counter and offer a hug. Above the oven, that carving remains today, etched into the dark wood for all to see. La pace, come il pane, va fatta fresca ogni giorno. Peace, like bread, must be made fresh every day. It stands as a testament that the greatest weapon against the darkness is not courage, but the simple, constant daily act of choosing mercy.